Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Playing World of Tanks. I'm AJ, and today we'll be looking at a game that I had in my E50M, which is the German Tier 10 medium tank, and perhaps one of the best tanks in the game to get as a Tier 10 reward tank. Now, on this map, Mount Pass, generally the bulk of the fighting happens at around I4, H6 area, and predominantly that's why is because once you're done fighting here, you can go back to your respective caps really fast and sort of still deter a force that's coming down Ice Road, because Ice Road is a very long-winded path back, and by the time you're done going in that direction, you generally lose so much time dealing with the enemy forces and going around that it is next to impossible to cap or do any kind of meaningful thing before any of the tanks on the enemy team arrive back to take advantage of it. Now at this point, I see that the enemies are progressing over the bridge, so I'm trying to make sure that I make short work of the tanks that are coming by. T-54E1 probably use all of his shots on the Roomba at this point, and that leaves only the Batchat 25AT, who has fired at least 2 shots that I can see, and he hears 5, so that should be it, or he might be holding on to 1, but we're about to find out. Now he gets taken out by the JPZ, who just woke up from his slumber at our cap, so that was a bit of a surprise for the enemy forces. Now at this point, I don't know why the Tiger 2 isn't firing at the T-54E1, and he's kind of blocking my shot, so I'm just gonna move up and see if I can deal with him, because I don't want him to be reloaded and probably put him in an awkward situation, so he has to like do something about moving into cover. I put 1 in, Tiger 2 puts 1 in, and we take him out. And now the M46 that I fired on the move and hit, he's super mad at me because apparently I hack all the time with my mods and stuff, which I don't use any mods. I couldn't care less for mods. At this point, Tiger 2 comes out and puts 1 shot into me, and I was gonna try to finish him off because my reload's better than him, but I see there's a grill. I fire on the move and back off. I don't want to be hit by the grill and lose 750 health. He fires on somebody, and the Tiger 2 tries to sneak out and take a shot at me. And but I sort of make it a priority to finish off tanks first. Now at this point, I can't understand why I can't see the grill, but it's only because I'm aiming too high. Grill's actually a lower tank, so I couldn't see him because of that. So at this point, I put 2 shots into him, and Tiger 2 manages to finish him off. Now at this point, our Ice Road force is holding well, but the problem is that the forces that were on the corner got taken out, and since I wasn't there, there was 1 less tank they had to deal with, and I certainly don't know how they all died since I wasn't in the fight. So I rushed back to sort of like aid them. The JPZ and the Tiger 2 tried to stick around and help the Ice Road, but I tried to finish off the C-50 as quickly as I can because I don't want him to I don't want to stick around just because like I know there's more tanks coming and I'll be surrounded relatively easily. And at this point, I'm starting to back off. I see the Leo 1 rushing. Leo expects me to be still back there. I ram into him and he basically dies. Now I angle my tank towards the M46KR. I smack him in the face and run into him as well, which takes out a chunk of his health. Tiger 2 and M46 both down shots. Now I'm trying to turn my tank with the M46. Again, the M48 sort of arrives on the scene, but at this point, the M46KR is a relatively easy shot. M48 essentially decides to put one shot into my side, and I think the Leo ate the shot. At this point, I know our reload's a little off. He reloads a little faster, and so managed to put one shot into him. I should have just hogged the Leo 1 instead of trying to go around it, but I didn't know whether he was going to go around and try to put one shot into me. JPZ kind of misses again, but at this point it doesn't matter because the ice threes from the ice throw come back, and essentially one of them takes him out, which leaves only the E50 and the T10 on the enemy team. The E50 gets spotted, and then JPZ from across finally managed to land, I think, a more difficult shot on the E50 than he had on the M48, and that just leaves the T10 on the enemy team that's alive. And so yeah, T10 tries to play with the two ice threes, but the two ice threes know that there's one of him and there's two of them, so they rush the T10 and he dies to the two ice threes, which was the correct play in that. Again, so hopefully you enjoyed this game. It was a lot of action really quick. I kind of wanted to showcase the armor of the E50M and why I think it's a really good tank. Also, reacting in certain situations, you can always go back and look at them and see for yourself whether you made the right decision or the wrong decision. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Playing World Tanks.